I remember you saying the exact same thing last time I was up here.
I'm still not that bossy.
But I also wanted to tell you that I also have twin boys. And I used to review you in Massachusetts. In Bedford. Yes, your twins are
Good morning, everyone, both in the sanctuary and those who might be attending off-site. My name is Ann Butenhoff, and I use she, her pronouns. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here today at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Brunswick. As many of you know, UUCB is located on the ancestral homelands of the Wabanaki people who have deep, enduring, and ongoing relationship with Brunswick lands and waterways. It's important that we acknowledge the painful legacy of the region's colonial history, and we commit to better understanding it. We will work to recognize and welcome the presence and concerns of the Wabanaki, whose people and culture live within and contribute to the vitality of this community that we have. Today is Sunday, November 16th, and our service is being led by Pamela Bars, who's visiting us from the Midcoast UU Fellowship in Damariscotta. There's more information about her in the order of worship. Today's reflection is entitled Grateful for Our Traditions, and our music is being performed by music director Will Bristol, as well as two groups made up of our individual members, the Sunnysiders and Ambrosia. If you're new or visiting today and would like more information about our congregation, please feel free to stop by the visitors table, which is just on the left as you, we call it the fellowship hall, but it's being occupied by people sitting there right now. But there's a visitors table. Please, anyone sitting there will be able to answer any of your questions. As we begin our service today, please make sure that your mobile devices are turned off. And once again, welcome. We're very glad that all of you are here.
Good morning. My name is Stephanie Bernier. I'm a member of the worship committee, and my pronouns are she and her. And I would love to ask you to stand in body or spirit, please, for a moment of silence. For our beloved member, Steve Labes, who died early on Monday morning of last week. He was a member of this church for over 10 years and was deeply involved in the church life. Our thoughts and love are with his wife, Sue Labes, and the entire family. And please think of them all as we light our chalice this morning. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Susan Babb, and I'm going to be doing today's chalice reading, and my sister, Nancy Kurtz, is going to be lighting the chalice. Right. Today's reading is Remembering Our Unity by Katie Romano Griffin. May the flame of this chalice, the symbol of our faith, connect us to all who have come before us, all who are with us in body and spirit, and all who are yet to come into being. May it serve as a reminder of our unity and connection across all time and space.
Peace be upon this place and upon all who gather here. I'm so pleased to join you for your service today as you contemplate the theme of gratitude. Often, we think about gratitude as prompted by gifts and glimpses which come to us in the moment. Perhaps you have a gratitude practice of naming what you're thankful for each day at dinner or as you go to sleep. That practice can help to shape our outlook and our sense of connection. But focusing our thanks on the present isn't enough. What about the support which comes to us from our ancestors? Ancestors in our families, but also ancestors in this congregation, in our UU tradition, and in other systems and institutions which continue to support us. Today, halfway between the two holy days of All Souls and Thanksgiving, I invite you to reflect with me on the way the gifts of those who have gone before warm us and illumine us with their continuing sunshine.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I need you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and be there for you. I will protect you from harm's way. Live without you, you're my dream come true. Please leave with me, always stay. When hate degrades me and hope evades me, peace returns with thoughts of you. Consoled by kindness and your bright spirit, I am forever bound to you. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Please rise in body or in spirit for our opening song. There is a love. There's a love holding me. There's a love holding me. There's love holding them. There is a love holding them. There is a love holding all that they love. There is a love holding all they rest in this love. And finally, there is a love holding us. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all we rest in this love. We rest in this love. We rest in this love. Please have a seat.
Good morning. My name is Tobin Cooney Calnan, and I serve as your lifelong spiritual formation director, and I use the pronouns he and they. I have a new rocking chair. It's very comfy. We also have this new rug that we got a little bit ago, and I'd love to invite some friends up to help me break in this rug and to come check out my rocking chair. Hi, Maya. Good morning. Hello, Noah. How are you? Hello. You did it, Nana. I challenged Ronan to finish his Rubik's Cube between the beginning of the service and now, and he did it twice. I've never done it once in my life. Hi, everyone. Hi, Ariel. Good morning. Hello. Hi, Olden. How are you? All right. So I don't have a book today, you may have noticed. This means I'm going to put you on the spot a lot. Are you ready? So today we're talking, hi Cleo, nice to see you. Today we are talking about traditions and what we're grateful for about our traditions. And I'm wondering, can anybody tell me what a tradition is? I saw Maya's hand up first and then.
A tradition is something we do like annually, like on a maybe like once every year, once every month. That's usually sometimes it has like a spiritual meaning. Like some people like pray every day, and sometimes just for fun, like we have like family traditions.
You just named all sorts of kind of traditions. Thank you. Do you want to add to that, River?
A tradition is like a practice that, like, kind of like she said, it has a lot of meaning, but it also not just has spiritual meaning. It can often be like, a tradition can be like, not like something like a holiday, like started out a tradition, but then there's like family traditions that have been passed down that have not just spiritual meaning, but have like meaning between like blood and like all of your sisters.
Y'all are brilliant, thank you. Here's a question. Can you think of any traditions that we do here at UUCB? And it doesn't have to be annually. It could be something that we do each Sunday or whenever. I saw Mira.
Well, we do this. We do Time for All Ages.
Indeed we do. Any other traditions? Maya, I saw you had your hand up.
We do the holiday fair, and then we do the mitten tree.
Holiday fair, mitten tree. Izzy, did you have a hand, or were you just waving hello? Okay. How about over here, anybody? Holden.
We do OSF, and we go back there and stuff.
Yeah, you all go back to your rooms, and then what's the one thing we do when we get in our spaces together? What's the first thing we do? We light our chalice, and they light their chalice. We light this big chalice together, right? did you know that it was kids who brought the chalice into the practice, the traditions of regular Sunday mornings? Yeah, it was a symbol that was used, sort of like you might see a cross to represent Christianity. We needed a symbol, so the symbol, somebody created a chalice, and the kids started lighting chalices in their times together, and then they brought it into the services on youth group days, and it became kind of beloved and became part of what they do. I have one last question for you. That's not true. It's a little bit longer than one question. But how many people, well, let me back up. What else do we do here besides meet on Sundays? Do we just meet on Sundays and then nothing else happens at church or within the community? Maya, I see you're burning to answer.
We do like coffee hour after church.
We do coffee hour after church.
And then we have like certain meetings, like we'll have like newcomers chats.
Newcomers chats, things like that. Do we do anything for the community? How many people have ever been to a concert for the cause? Yeah, we do several different kinds of things. That's just one big thing to name. But here's a question. Who does all of the work to make things like Concert for a Cause, coffee hour? Do you know? Do you have an answer? Yeah, what's your answer?
I go to...
You go to your group? Grandma and Grandpa's. I would love it if your grandma and grandpa came and did coffee hour. It's us. It's our people, right? So one of the traditions that we have is helping one another. And so I'm going to send you off into your meetings today so you could talk about how you grow up in a world and how you can help it. So another tradition that we have is these folks are going to sing a song to you called "We Will Keep a Place for You." You may head to your meetings.
We will keep a place for you wherever you may go. We'll sustain this film of faith and love you've come to know. Go in peace, look to heart that dear. We will keep a place for you till you return.
Slow getting up here.
Good morning. I'm Willow Whitehouse. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a member of the Pastoral Care Associates. A notebook is available in the rear of the sanctuary where you may record the joy or concern you would like included in the community prayers. Please write in the notebook before the service begins or send it to joys-and-concerns at brunswick.org, at uubrunswick.org. You may also use this address to reach out to the Pastoral Care Associates. If you would like to talk to one of us, we usually have blue ribbons on our name tag, which I didn't put on this morning. But please feel free to talk to us after the service or get in touch that we can meet at another time to be a listening ear for you. For joys this morning, this is from Karma. I'm missing all of you today because I'm leading worship for our congregation in Belfast. The joy I celebrate is that our UU congregation in Maine, our UU congregations in Maine, have a shared agreement that we provide coverage for one another during ministerial sabbaticals. We also receive this gift from other Maine ministers when it's my time for my sabbaticals. Please hold a good thought for the UUs in Belfast this morning. We are all together and stronger for our connections. And under concerns, this is from Sue Lapes. Steve passed away on his 87th birthday, November 10th. He loves it when I play the violin. So today I'm playing for you, Steve. I love you, Steve. And thank you for your beautiful, it's a joy to hear your beautiful music. And this is from Louise Gebhardt. Please keep my sister and brother-in-law, Barb and Wayne Laffler, in your thoughts and prayers. Wayne's son, Matthew, passed away unexpectedly from cardiac arrest yesterday. Matt was only 40 years old and leaves his wife and 2 young sons. If you felt a little shift in the universal flow this week, I wager it was related to the passing of my dear bonus mom, Gail Sue McDougall. She came into our lives when Sam was a baby and loved us like we've always been a part of her. She made anyone in her presence feel seen and loved. We will miss her presence. And that's from Rebecca, Sam, and Bob Waddle.
As we move into our time of meditation and prayer, I invite you to get comfortable wherever you may be. Perhaps you want to put your feet on the floor and feel the power of the earth deep beneath us. Perhaps you want to rest your palms open on your lap or cross your hands over your heart, put them out side beside you. Perhaps you want to close your eyes or focus your gaze softly on something in front of you. And let's take a few deep breaths together. And let us open our hearts to mystery. In this season of growing darkness, we are invited to turn inward for rest, for renewal, for inspiration. In this space here, in this season, we are invited to look to the wisdom of those who went before us, those whom we have just remembered as just having lost, but those long before us, who, even though they weren't in this building, are still part of our congregation's history, part of our tradition. All of these people, whenever they lived, whenever they worshiped in this congregation, they too faced the trials, the difficulties, the worries, the fears that we all face individually and face now as a country, as a society, as a community. Looking to them, let us draw on their strength, on their hope, on their ability to act in ways with spread love and justice in their times. Let us remember that we are not alone in our times, that we draw on this great tradition, this great cloud of witnesses, that they too are part of the love which holds us all, always and everywhere. We are grateful that that love continues to hold us and all people, that it holds all whom we love, those who have died, those who are grieving, those who are ill. We are grateful that love holds all who live in countries at war, that it holds all peacemakers, all who are hungry and those who are working to feed the hungry. We are grateful that we are part of that love, that all we do to help somebody nearby, as well as people far away, spreads that love widely over our earth. We pray for the nations of this world, that we may know peace among us, and for those who govern the nations, that they may be guided by wisdom and compassion, and know themselves part of this great love. We give thanks for all who have walked in love, for all the ways we today are walking in love. And we give thanks for those who will come after us, who will walk in ways that we have begun to lay down, carrying love and justice perhaps farther than we ever could imagine. In silence now, let us take time for our own prayer and our own meditation. May the peace of this time continue to feed our hearts and minds in the days to come.
Please join me in our song. For each day I live, for each day I am grateful, forever grateful each day I live. Let's sing that one more time. For each day I live, oh Lord, for each day I live, I am grateful, forever grateful each day I live.
Gratitude, excuse me, by Barbara Crooker. This week, the news of the world is bleak. Another war grinding on, and all these friends down with cancer, or worse, a little something long-term they won't die of for 20 or 30 miserable years. And here I live in a house of weathered brick, where a man with silver hair still thinks I'm beautiful. How many times have I forgotten to give thanks? The late day sun shines through the pink wisteria with its green and white leaves, as if it were stained glass. There's an old cherry tree that one lucky Sunday bloomed with a rainbow, cardinals, orioles, goldfinches, blue jays, indigo buntings, and my garden has tiny lettuces just coming up. So perfect they could make you cry. Green towers, red sails, oak leaf. For this is May, and the whole world sings, gleams as if it were basted in butter, and the air's sweet enough to send a diabetic into shock. At least today, all the parts of my body are working. The sky's clear as a china bowl. Leaves murmur their leafy chatter. Finches percolate along. I'm doodling around this page. No sorrows somewhere beyond the horizon. But still, I'm riffing on the warm air. The wing beats of my lungs that can take this all in, flush the heart's red peony, then send it back without effort or thought. And the trees breathe in what we exhale, clap their green hands in gratitude, and bend to the sky.
Would you join me in a prayer? May the words of my mouth and the meditations of our hearts speak words of truth and be shown in acts of love. Amen. On the evening of Sunday, July 15th, 1838, Ralph Waldo Emerson, the Unitarian minister, poet, philosopher, and essayist, preached a sermon to the young men about to be graduated from the Divinity School at Harvard. His sermon helped to send them out into the world. Almost 150 years later, his sermon sent me to that same divinity school, where my room that first year was down the hall from the chapel where he'd delivered those inspiring words. In my application, I quoted Emerson's injunction to those long ago seminarians that they should preach to their congregation always, that each is an infinite soul, that the earth and heavens are passing into their minds, that they are drinking forever the soul of God. That, I wrote, was what I wanted to do with my ministry. But it didn't take me long to understand that Emerson's words, while inspiring enough, weren't enough. And so I wrote about Emerson's inspiration on my way into divinity school, but I wrote about the inspiration of another Unitarian minister, Henry Whitney Bellows, on my way out of divinity school. Who, you may be asking? Henry who? Henry Whitney Bellows was a contemporary of Emerson's, but while Emerson was all about the individual spiritual experience, Bellows understood that in order for us to live out the insights which flash upon us in those powerful moments, we need religion. Though Emerson is the one we look to as a leader of our tradition, without Henry Whitney Bellows, that tradition might not be alive today. Bellows was an institutionalist. It's thanks to him that we have the American Red Cross. It grew out of his administration of the American Sanitary Commission, along with Universalist Clara Barton, during the Civil War. Bellows looked at all the individual and small group efforts to care for wounded soldiers which were sprouting up and realized they needed to be coordinated and funded. So he set up the mechanism to do so. After the war, when he saw his society undergoing a spiritual crisis as people grieved for a generation of young men who had died, he believed that Unitarianism offered solace for that grief and the understanding of humankind that the nation needed at that time to form a more just and equal union. So in 1865, he invited representatives from all the Unitarian churches in the U.S. to a national conference of Unitarian and other liberal churches. That conference became an organization to help all those disparate churches coordinate and strengthen their work. Bellows led it for 15 years. That organization evolved first into the American Unitarian Association of Churches, and then in 1961 into the Unitarian Universalist Association of Churches. Bellows knew that spirit on its own doesn't accomplish much. Spirit needs religion to make it viable and visible. So when people say today that they are spiritual but not religious, they are channeling Emerson. I wish they would channel Bellows a little more. Spirit without religion is like breath without a body. It's like light without a refractor. But by religion, I don't mean a system of doctrines to which one must assent. By religion, I mean the ways we try to make meaning. Often those meaning makings get codified into doctrines. That's what Emerson was railing against. But Emerson himself wasn't trying to get rid of religion. He was just trying to wake people up to understand that they needed to make the meaning for themselves, not accept without question meanings offered by others. Our word religion comes from the Latin verb religo. It's a compound of the roots re, or again, and ligo, from which we get our word ligament. So religion is like a cord which binds us. Often we think of being bound as a bad thing, as being imprisoned, and some religious practices and understandings do bind us in ways that spread fear and stunt growth. But in its true form, religion is more like the ligaments in our bodies, which bind muscle to bone. Without them, we wouldn't be. Religion binds us to one another, but it also binds us within ourselves, connecting those experiences of the Spirit to the rest of our lives. Religion offers the structure which allows the Spirit to make changes in us and in the world. Think of Barbara Cooker's poem, Gratitude. She describes one of those moments when we are lifted out of the ordinary to be stabbed with the beauty of our lives. The moment is housed in her awareness of death and suffering, and though we don't know what comes after her awareness of the goodness and joy of that moment, we can imagine that as it passes, it leaves her with questions. Why am I living in this comfortable home, loved, when others are dying, suffering, wanting? What do I do with my experience? And how do I live with the knowledge that this moment will pass and that someday I too must die? The moment is spiritual. The questions and their answers are religious. Human beings are the only creatures who know that they will die. Yet we also have the capacity to imagine what it would be like to live forever. How we grapple with this tension is the subject of religion. The philosopher Kierkegaard divided people into 4 groups. Those in the first group try to ignore their mortality. They act as if they will live forever, and so give no thought to how they spend their time. The second group recognize their mortality, but try to distance themselves from it by focusing their energy on work or their family or extreme sports or drugs or alcohol or religion, but religion without spirit. The third group also recognize their mortality, but they rage against it. They are angry at everyone, including themselves, and focus on all the ways life is not good enough, as if that will make it easier to give it up in the end. The fourth group doesn't just recognize their mortality, they accept it. They are able to see their lives as part of something larger, the continuum of all life, God, love, the universe. It doesn't matter the word, just that they see themselves as part of a larger story which their lives help to shape and in which their lives matter, even though they will end. I think that Barbara Cooker is part of this last group, and I think that most of us, if not there yet, know that we want to be part of that group too. Perhaps that's why you got out of bed on a Sunday morning to come here. We come to be reminded that we are part of a larger story, that the moments of grace and awe do mean something, that others share our fears, our awareness, our questions. I don't know what brought you to this sanctuary in the first place. Perhaps it was an illness, an accident, or the death of someone you loved that made you feel the need to wrest meaning in the face of finitude. Perhaps it was a milestone birthday. Perhaps because of your family history, you, like me, have been aware of your mortality for as long as you can remember. Perhaps events or crises in the world pushed you to look for something more and a community to join you in that search. Perhaps joy brought you here, falling in love, the birth of a child, and that made you realize you needed to confront your fears of losing what you have. Perhaps it was flashes of connection in the garden, listening to music, watching the waves, contemplating a painting, walking in the woods, which made you want to give form to the fleeting beauty which had opened to you. Perhaps you met someone who had a depth of peace and centeredness, and you wanted what they had. Maybe a combination of all those things brought you here. For whatever reason you came, here you found people asking the same questions, people who know what you mean when you talk about those moments of transcendence, when the world and all of life shimmers, and when you talk about the shimmer of those moments of intimacy, when you see the divine in the eyes of another. Here you found worship and ritual which try to give form to those questions and those glimmers. Here you found ways to connect your story to others' stories, giving greater meaning both to your life and to theirs. Here you find, I hope, that you are an infinite soul, drinking forever the soul of God, as Emerson said, but also that you find that you are part of a communion of souls sharing your individual graces and gifts from the common stock for the benefit of all. That's Henry Whitney Bellow's definition of a church. We are a communion of souls. We are here as spiritual beings embodying that spirit together. We are meaning makers, answering what Garrison Keillor called life's persistent questions with a yes. Yes, we must die, but yes, our lives do matter. And yes, we are not alone. And yes, as another UU theologian and poet, Rebecca Parker, wrote in the words which open our worship, there is a love holding us.
There's a love holding me. There's a love holding me. There is a love holding all that I love. There is a love holding all I rest in this love. I rest in this love. I rest in this love.
This is the time in our service where we receive your offerings. Each week we share our offerings with a charity with soul, and this month's charity is Mid-Coast Literacy. We'll appreciate if you give as generously as possible. Thank you.
May I suggest to you, may I suggest this is the best part of your life. May I suggest this time is blessed for you. This time is blessed and shining almost blinding bright. Just turn your head and you'll begin to see the thousand reasons that were just beyond your sight. The reasons why I suggest to you, why I suggest this is the best part of your life. There is a world that's been addressed to you, intended only for your eyes. A secret world, a treasure chest to you. Sorry. I got lost in it. A secret scenes and brilliant dreams that mesmerize. A tender lover's smile, a tiny baby's hands, the million stars that fill the turning sky at night. Oh, I suggest, yes, I suggest to you, yes, I suggest this is the best part of your life. There is a hope that's been expressed in you, the hope of 7 generations, maybe more. This is the faith that they invest in you. It's that you'll do one better than was done before. Inside you know, inside you understand, inside you know what's yours to finally set right. And I suggest, yes, I suggest to you, yes, I suggest this is the best part of your life. This is a song, comes from the west to you, comes from the west, comes from the slowly setting sun. This is a song with a request of you to see how very short the endless days will run. And when they're gone, and when the dark descends, we'd give anything for one more hour of light. May I suggest this is the best part of your life.
Please join in our congregational response. May these offerings sustain and grow the work of this church, weaving a tapestry of love and action. Thank you. And now, if you stand in body or spirit and join in our closing song, Just as Long as I Have Breath.
Just as long as I have breath, I must answer yes to life. Through pain I make my way, still with hope I meet each day. If they ask what I did well, tell them I said yes to life. Just as long as visions last, I must answer yes to truth. In my dream and in my dark, always that elusive spark. If they ask what I did well, tell them I said yes to truth. Just as long as my heart beats, I must answer yes to love. Disappointment pierced me through, still I kept on loving you. If they ask what I did best, tell them I said yes to love.
And now in your goings out and in your comings home, may the yeses to life, truth, and love, which spoke through those who went before us, the yeses which enabled them to live with justice, compassion, and kindness, may those yeses speak through you, filling you with love and helping you offer that love back to the world. Go in peace.
So this is the time that we will talk about our opportunities for engagement. And I'd like to bring everyone's attention to, there are some sheets in the back of the sanctuary. If you need a hard copy, you also get an email this week at UUCB with all our amazing opportunities of ways to be involved. A couple of other things to bring up for this week is that if you've signed up to pick up a lawn sign for our holiday fair, you can do that after church today in the back or in one of the rooms. And also in the May Sarton room, there are sign-ups for all the ways you can help make our holiday craft fair a huge success. And I also would like to remind the people in the fellowship hall, so outside of the sanctuary, to get your coffee first, and then we will move the chairs over. People here are free to linger for a second and greet each other, and then there'll be room for us to have our coffee together. So thank you all, and please take time to greet each other.